A petition was written to National Assembly recently against the terminal operators, alleging that the original purpose of introducing the scanning machine, which is made for scanning cargoes during clearing process, is now being used to exploit agents and shippers. In this interview with Seabed and Bunkers Communication TV, the president of Save Nigeria Group, Chief Osita Chukwu, speaks.
The national president, ESMA, Enugu State Maritime Professionals. So I wish to remind us that gone are days when somebody will come to the press and then use people, and by the way, for the self-aggrandizement. Today is no more tenable because we and you are partner in progress, because we shun every thing that anyone could be seen as coming in a guise to either distort, exploit, and do all manner of things that will gate our system of existence. So I'm very happy to say, and I am out of anything of such that will be detrimental to this corridor or space in the maritime sector. It's no more a news that we had Alhaji Tanko, who is one of us that went to news and made it viral without consulting any of the chairman or either president of all the stakeholders, and then went as long as trying to knock head of stakeholders and all those that you have in the system in this maritime corridor. We don't want this to continue to repeat, and that is why I decided otherwise. We must be able to separate the chaff from the wheat, from the correct seed. If you don't separate the chaff from the seed, it may not be eatable, and it could not be even available for the animals that needed the chaff to grow and the human that needed the seed to eat and for their well-being. So today I speak categorically based on the question that is on the table for us to see and know how we can manage the situation. That press release, or the petition as well, I condemn it in all entirety. I disregard that and wish all Nigerians and their citizenry to do the same, because it's misleading, frivolous, and condemn in all possible way we can do that condemnation. Alhaji Tanko, yes, it's a freight forwarder, custom agent, but my looking at him, probably he failed to understand the protocol that have already been in place in running the affairs of government and running the affairs of a public sector. For him going to petition NSA, what we call it is a breach of protocol. 1, we call it abuse. 2, we call it neglect. 3, we call it as well giving room for people to understand across the world that we have problem in our port corridor. It is not true. It is a frivolous attempt to undermine the good job that I and you are doing in the maritime sector. Not only that, he inducted the CG Customs, the CAC all over the Western Zone, and all the senior officers of all the government agencies, as if we don't know what we are doing. We call a spade today by countering what he has written to NSA and asking NSA to neglect that. That should be a diversionary, and we can continue to have such content being fleeing everywhere. In all the social media space and every other electronic media and so on. We can't continue such to see it being perpetrated in our own maritime corridor. Most especially and more importantly, this is not the first time that Tanko has done this. He has done this many times. And many of us, the chairman, the president, have given a sound warning to him. Somebody who should go for equity must go with clear hand. That is one key point. There's no way you will bring a basket of palm nuts and could be able to identify the most precious there. That is to say that if you bring one basket and keep to this place and another basket comes, there's no way when you continue to pick, you will still pick the same basket and then empty it and go to the second one. You can never get the real best nut there. That is how the situation is now. I don't want to misword. I'm supposed not to even call his name. But I want to tell all of you that there's nothing like compliance, 100% compliance. To me, 100% compliance can only work in a govt area, but not working in the maritime corridor. Who are you checkmating? That 100% compliance team, who set up the team? Which acts they used to set up the team? I declare it illegal. To me, it's illegal. Because there's nowhere in the history of the country of the world that you can have an association. Under that association, then you will now be able to segregate from the major association and then set up a what you call a committee or set up anything that will not be entertained or being enacted in law or being taken as government part of an exercise to see you moving in that aspect. So if you say you have 100% compliance team, what are the work? Could somebody give us a definition of that? What are the major obligation to the maritime sector? What are they doing? What are they trying to do? I believe that they just set it in order to just exploit people, exploit all the agents, exploit all the government agencies that could be able to fall their prey. As a prey to them, you can even end up, you may not know what to do. So let them not come and use their stick to come and be destroying our efforts, our all general efforts to make sure that we build our port in the manner that could be friendly and very, very effective and very, very competitive to the rest of West Africa and all Central African sub-region, including some part of the world that we have seen. Our country is not only the place that you have corruption in the system. Even the United States, the Western world, developed countries, if they don't have corruption in their country, how would you and me determine or have that ideological concept that somebody will load amount of drug? They say Nigeria is corrupt and so on. Amount of drug that you have seen few months ago, illicit drug, different type of drugs, and Nigeria was unable to capture all those things. They say by intelligence. Which intelligence? Why don't you leave it in our country? Is it not somebody that sent this? Somebody that sent it, somebody that loaded it, somebody perpetrate or whatever manner they could use in order to move into the vessel. Somebody drove their vessel down here and they're telling me out of intelligence you acted. Let them not be telling us all those crap. Because when it was happening in airport, then I was one of the director in the airline there, in airport. What we decided to do in the meeting is that whoever country that airs, we pay so amount to the next country that have already seen such. Just like if it happened, like Indian Air was held for several months because of the drug we saw in the airport. Aviance, we saw it then. Indian Air, many others. And they paid Nigeria heavy amount of millions of dollars then, as at then. If such could be done and such could be okay, why don't we replicate it here in the shipping sector? Why don't we? It's possible that we can have meeting with all these what do you call them? All these our embassies, all these consulars, and so on. After having that meeting, what we will tell them is that from now, it cannot deter with our relationship. It cannot. But what we do now is any country of origin will end up getting this again. It will not more be business as usual. They are going to pay us this. They used to hold Nigerian vessels. During the time we have vessels, NSA, even MV Abuja, they had MV Abuja in the US. They had Genesis Shipping in Amsterdam port. Many of them, even some of our tankers, Nigerian tankers, they held them there because of having committed one offense or the other. But here, we'll be petting them like as if we are petting a day-old baby. We can't pay them any longer. Whatever you have already committed, you pay. If Nigeria commit, I'm in support. Charge them in amount according to your country's law. So how could now Tanko, with all due respect, coming to write a petition to NSA without checking the legal implication in it, social implication in it, and even technical implication in it? You just write a letter and post to press, and press go into it and send it. Everybody is a very intelligent officer. During the time he was in the police, he's my good friend anyway. I have his contact, we talk. But I cannot go and call him and say, this, he has sent it. Yes, we must counter it. And that is why you see I, Chief Dr. Osita, sitting here today to counter or whatever manner that Tanko have used in order to destroy our relationship, my relationship, your relationship with the sector.
On the issue of picking up samples by government agencies operating inside the port, he said that they are usually taken to the laboratory for verification before goods exit the port.
They don't return. You are the one to go and take it. Samples is meant for further investigation or further test. You go and claim your own. Nobody will go and claim. Will they bring it to your house? They've taken it to the office. Some will be subjected to further investigation and test. And you know drugs. Have you gone to NAFDAC inspection, maybe a test room? I wish you people, madam, write to NAFDAC to testify what I'm saying. Write to NAFDAC, say you want to come, send some few people of your member to go and inspect what they are doing. If you come there, they can use one carton to test run any product, because it goes into factions of test machines, so as to ascertain the correct or accurate measures of that product content. People don't know what, some of them don't even know. Are they telling me that when you submit your sample as a stolen sample, they will remain there? Some don't go back there because it's stolen. They want to take it home. I'm not standing to save my own people. Some agents carry the sample and go home, and the importer will be complaining. Some of our members, they gave you sample, you go home with it. It's not your own. I bring out sample, it's here. I keep it here. I later carry it. When the container is out, I'm going along with the key to the owner.
Dropping of containers for physical examination is done whenever any government agencies inside the port places alert on the particular cargo.
Actual time is supposed to be dropped, and they drop it without letting the owner know. You might try to book exam today to drop it tomorrow. If they fail to drop it tomorrow, they ought to have, given you an alert that this container was not dropped. And if they drop it the next day, or going to drop it, they ought to even giving you another alert that content that will fail to drop at the appropriate day was moved to join the one of tomorrow. Please be ready to do the exam tomorrow. then the person will prepare. Not the person going to the board, you will not see his container, and he goes back, and they say, because of that, you do not come. So that is not, it's failure on the part of the terminal operators for that. But major problem is most people don't come. And some are suspected containers. The owner will be in fear. Some are tracking containers. The owner will be in fear. Or even the agent will be in fear to go for exam. Many contractors like that, when they notice that there's tracking or there is elements of suspiciousness, Allah, they will run. They will run. They won't go. But in my own case, I'm not the agent. I will go. I know the person that gave me a job. If they call me, I'll call him or her. So some just passers-by that give them job. Whenever something of that nature occurs, they will leave you alone.
While debunking the allegation that the electronic call-up system is a total failure, Chief Osita has this to say.
PNL's okay. Instead of allowing truck to come and litter the whole environment, we should do call-up system by A2. And they set up A2. Now transporters is accusing now that they want to be getting A2. I told them it's not possible. The agent should do the TDO and then get the exit, attach the exit and the TDO, and then go there to TTP and book A2 for you and give you the A2 code. When they give you, now I'm coming with a truck straight to the port. No molestation, no interference, no extortion, nothing. And that is why those committees were set up. So anybody agent telling you he has truck, they have. But the kind of system our agent that has truck is less than 5%. I'm giving you that. Because of the annoyance of what truck does, I have 3 to 4 trucks before. I sold them one day. One day. Anger. I sold them. Somebody will bring 3 million naira today for you. The next 3 days, he will take 5 million naira from you. So is that a business? I look at it as not a business. Let me focus on the real the real business I'm doing that they know me for. You see it? So go and, people you buy new tires to give them, they will go and sell the new tires and then bring you the one that's a bust. The same make, the same name. Where they're buying this tire, I don't know. Said you snap a picture and say to you, and it's true. Michelin, you go and buy Michelin. It's Bridgestone, you buy Bridgestone. So there's a lot of atrocity that's being committed in this industry. Not only transporter, not only agent, not only even government agent, a lot of atrocity. But you cannot shield from there and say we cannot continue doing our business. We continue. We know there are bad people. We will continue. Even when Christ came to the world, bad people still follow. Even those who are coming to receive Christ, bad people came there. But he knows you as you are coming. He cannot say he will not deliver his mission because bad people is there. What he will do is to push and deliver you first before he starts doing the mission he came to do.
By sympathizing with the maritime journalist, Chief Osita Chukwu urged the government agencies to constantly retrain the media to avoid misinformation.
Give you car, they should give you car. Mint, not even all this, giving you the auction, scrap, you are going to spend your money to do it. They should give you a car. They give it to other countries in the world. They give them incentive, they give them car. They augment whatever the public is giving so as to, or even all this first subsidy they are doing. They do subsidy in your own artificial and official way of servicing the people. But they don't do it. People are eating the money that's meant for you and me. They're eating it. It was there I know that, oh, so there's function that freight forwarders alone can attend and press. There's function that shippers only can attend. The function that service providers can attend. Outside the country, people will wear that is in the ministry and represent them. I represent them. And we're not asking questions. Until this, I've been thinking about this seminar for judges for over 5 years now. It's been disturbing me.
It is a well-known fact that some government agencies operating in the maritime sector have over the years neglected the maritime journalist. The questions are, where is the media budget? How was it spent? How many media houses have benefited so far? Joy Inamna, CBET TV.